RHONJ. Gia Giudice jokes about Joe and his finances. Gia Giudice and her sister, Gabriella, joked about Joe Giudice's finances on the last episode of Real Housewives of New Jersey. Teresa Giudice and her ex have 4 daughters, and they all adore their father. So the Bravo couple keeps their relationship civil. Bravo star Gia Giudice is active on RHONJ. Bravo fans don't see as much of Adriana, Melania Giudice, and Gabriella on the show as much as they see Gia, their older sister. Gia attended college, and in season 14 of RHONJ, her sister, Gabriella, is on her way to college as well. So far, it seems that Joe and Teresa can be proud of their daughters. Gia Giudice appeared alongside her mom and her sister in a recent episode, and for once, Bravo fans saw quite a lot of footage of Gabriella. She graduated from high school last year, and her entire family except for her dad was there. Of course, he can't return to the USA since he was deported. Joe Giudice gets a call about his finances. On Sunday, RHONJ revealed that there was no way Gabriella was going to leave Joe Giudice out of her college admission. Per U.S. Weekly, it was an emotional time for her mom, Teresa, because her little girl is growing up and leaving home for the University of Michigan. While preparing for college, Gabriella got a hold of her dad on FaceTime. Chatting away to Joe Giudice about her college plans, the Bravo star told him. Her sister, Gia Giudice, also got into the conversation. The outlet cited the Real Housewives of New Jersey star as saying, "She's gonna handle your finances, Dad. She'll make sure everything's stored away." Actually, fans think it seems nice that Joe Giudice and his daughters can joke about finances. Recall that he served a long time in prison for conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud, bank fraud, and more. When he got out, he was deported to Italy and only saw his daughters during school breaks. The episode on Real Housewives of New Jersey also revealed that Joe Giudice isn't paying for Gabriella's tuition at college. However, Louis Rulis, Teresa Giudice's husband, is helping out with that. That's because Joe's still trying to get his life together in the Bahamas. Actually, it seems like Louis isn't always the bad guy that a lot of Bravo fans suspect he might be. It was a crisp December afternoon in New Jersey when Gia Giudice found herself at a family gathering that promised the usual dose of Giudice chaos. It was supposed to be a quiet holiday brunch at Teresa Giudice's newly renovated mansion, but as always with the Giudices and their extended family, there was no such thing as quiet. The spread was extravagant. Glimmering trays of antipasti, steaming platters of lasagna, and of course enough cannoli to feed a small army. Gia sat at the head of one of the long dining tables, her phone in one hand and a mimosa in the other. As her younger sisters chattered away about TikTok trends and holiday plans, Gia was scrolling through Instagram. That's when she spotted a headline from a gossip blog. Joe Giudice's financial ventures raise eyebrows. A gambler or a genius? She couldn't help but laugh. Her dad's latest business ventures had been a topic of discussion for weeks within the family group chats. "What's so funny, Gia?" Melania asked, leaning over her sister's shoulder. Gia held up her phone. "Oh, just another article about Dad's big plans in the Bahamas. Apparently, he's either a mastermind or a mess. No in-between." The table erupted in laughter. Even Teresa, who was busy overseeing the catering staff, cracked a smile. "You're always defending him, Gia," Gabriella chimed in, rolling her eyes. "But let's be real, half the time, Dad's business ideas sound like they came from an infomercial at 2 a.m. Gia grinned, sipping her mimosa. "Okay, but you have to admit, they're entertaining. I mean, remember when he tried to sell custom wine bottle openers with his face on them? Iconic." "Iconic?" Adriana repeated, giggling. "More like embarrassing." The light-hearted ribbing was interrupted by Teresa's boyfriend, Louis, who entered the room carrying a tray of freshly baked zeppole. "What's going on in here?" he asked, setting the tray down. "He is making fun of Dad," Melania explained, though her tone was more amused than accusatory. "Not making fun," Gia corrected, raising a finger in mock seriousness. "Just providing commentary." Louis chuckled and took a seat. Well, you know your dad. He's always hustling. Gotta respect the effort, if nothing else. Oh, I respect it, Gia agreed. But come on, Louis, even you have to admit some of his ideas are, let's say, unconventional. Unconventional turned out to be an understatement. Over the years, Joe Giudice had dabbled in everything from restaurant consulting to real estate in Italy to, most recently, a rumored cryptocurrency venture. His Instagram was a whirlwind of motivational quotes, snapshots of tropical beaches, and videos of himself enthusiastically promoting his latest endeavors. Speaking of Dad, Teresa said, joining the table with her own plate of Zipol, he's calling in 5 minutes. He wanted to say hi to everyone. Perfect timing, Gia said, pulling up a chair for her mom. I've got questions. When Joe's name lit up on Teresa's phone screen, she put him on speaker. His familiar, boisterous voice filled the room. Hey, my beautiful girls, how's everything over there? Hi, Dad, the girls chorused. After the initial round of greetings, Gia leaned in close to the phone. Dad, what's this I hear about you becoming a cryptocurrency mogul? Joe laughed heartily. Ah, Gia, you've been reading those blogs again, haven't you? Listen, it's all about diversifying. You gotta stay ahead of the game. NFTs, crypto, all that stuff, that's the future. The future of what? Bankruptcy. Melania quipped, earning a round of laughter from the table. Hey, watch it, Joe said, though his tone was light. You'll all be thanking me when I'm raking in millions. Gia couldn't resist teasing him further. So, Dad, what's the big plan this time? Are you launching your own coin? Juicy coin. Joe's laughter boomed through the phone. Juicy coin. That's a good one. Maybe I should trademark that. Oh, please don't, Gabriella interjected, shaking her head. We'll never hear the end of it. The conversation continued in this vein, a mix of good-natured teasing and genuine curiosity. Joe, ever the showman, painted a vivid picture of his plans, complete with buzzwords and grandiose promises. Despite their skepticism, it was clear the girls appreciated his enthusiasm. After the call ended, Teresa looked around the table. You know, your dad may not always have the best ideas, but he's got a lot of heart, and he's doing his best out there. Gia nodded, her expression softening. We know, Mom. And honestly, that's why we joke about it, because we love him. As the afternoon wore on, the family settled into a comfortable rhythm. Stories were shared, memories were made, and through it all, Gia's sharp wit kept everyone laughing. By the time the sun dipped below the horizon, the dining room was filled with the kind of warmth that only the Giudices could create. Later that night, as Gia scrolled through her photos from the day, she couldn't resist posting one to Instagram. It was a candid shot of her and her sisters, mid-laughter, with the caption, family, food, and a little bit of financial advice from Juicy Joe. #Giudice holiday. Within minutes, the comments section was flooded. Some fans praised the family's resilience, others joined in on the jokes about Joe's ventures. But one comment stood out to Gia. Through thick and thin, you Giudice girls always stick together. That's what matters. Gia smiled to herself. Say what you will about the Giudices, she thought, but they always knew how to find the humor in life's ups and downs, and as long as they had each other, they could handle anything, even juicy coin.